What's going on, YouTube? So like I said in my last video, I'm gonna be explaining what's going on with these celebrities. Just think of anybody that's in the NBA, Hollywood, MLB, anywhere that's famous and popular, chances are that person is a fake. They're wearing a bodysuit, a mask, and just a total disguise, acting like they're somebody else. And chances are, they're actually another celebrity playing the role of another celebrity. That's really how it goes down. Maybe it could be random civilians playing celebrities. I'm not too educated yet, but from what I've seen, it's all just celebrities playing the role of celebrities. Alright, so here we got a couple examples. So here we got two rappers, Takeoff from Migos and Tato. These two look like absolute twins. This one is among the most obvious in my opinion, but some people aren't going to believe it right away. And that's because we've been programmed to believe this kind of stuff is only for the movies. Next up, we got Plies to the left and Kirk Franklin to the right. These two are just spot on as well. You could even tell when they got a mask on because their eyes, like overall, their face looks odd. Like if you really pay attention to the faces, their faces look off. Like you could tell Kirk Franklin might got on the mask because his eyes look a little pushed back. Because it could be either or. Maybe Kirk Franklin is playing the role of Plies, or Plies got on the mask and is playing the role of Kirk Franklin. It could be either way. So for the last example, we got Drake to the left and Tyler Lepley to the right. These two are also spot on, just a couple minor differences like they have to do, because they can't make them exactly the same. That'll be obvious and a giveaway. But if Tyler Lepley's career starts to rise and Drake's career starts to fade, I wouldn't be surprised because Tyler is a new guy to the industry and Drake wouldn't be able to play two roles at once. I mean, Drake could probably play the role of Tyler when they're both big in the media, but, you know, I don't know. It seems like it will be too obvious and too hot and everybody will start noticing and then, you know, the little game will be over by then. So maybe he wouldn't, maybe he would. You never know. So for those of you wondering how this gets done, here's a clip of the process.
Hollywood uses a variety of different techniques to change an actor's appearance, from makeup and wigs to fat suits and prosthetics. They've invented and perfected hundreds of different techniques. But it's when the actor needs a different body type, which can't be disguised or hidden under clothing, that we see the real magic of Hollywood. Two types of silicone rubbers are used. The green silicone contains an oil that prevents the actor's body hair from adhering to it. The oilless blue silicone is then applied on top, and then both are wrapped in a temporary plaster jacket to cure. Once dry, the plaster cast is then carefully removed and the mold is used to create a fiberglass mold that gets covered in clay, ready for the next step. Here, artists work with human anatomy models and concept artwork of the director's ideas and begin sculpting the clay, forming muscles and veins, the belly button and nipples. In this stage, attention to detail is incredibly important, as any slight error made now will be magnified later. The veins, for example, had to be incredibly subtle because otherwise they would stand out too much once painted. Once they are happy with all the detail, they cover it in a thicker silicone to make a mold. This mold is then combined with the life cast mold, and a foam latex is injected in between. The exterior layer of foam latex is then covered in a skin-colored layer of silicone. The painter begins by finding the actor's skin tone and then matching it. Although everyone has their own skin tone, this tone varies depending on the area of the body, how much sun it gets, or how the light reflects off it. Everybody's skin has red tones because of the blood, blues from the veins, but also greens, browns, and pinks. If the bodysuit is for a manscaped bodybuilder, it would be finished after paint, but if it's for a fat, hairy guy, there's even more detail to be added. For example, a belly isn't just a bulge, it has weight to it. So they added bags of beads to the inside of the suit in order to mimic its weight, and so the belly had some bounce. Hairs had to be sewn onto the suit individually, respecting growth patterns and also density. Knowing, understanding, and being able to apply all these subtle differences add to making the suit look ultra realistic.
So that was a long clip, but I needed y'all to see the most detail y'all could so you could understand how deep the rabbit hole goes. Well, that last clip didn't show us too much on the masks, but I'm gonna show y'all in this clip. They have extremely realistic prosthetics. This is what they're doing to fool us. They have all the money and all the ability to do so. If they could do it for the movies, if they could do it for this lady in the video, then why can't they do it for the media and all these, famous people? They really wall out with this. They put mass precision on everything, even the legs and the feet. That's how crazy that shit goes. Alright, so I showed you guys some of the most obvious instances of celebrities playing multiple roles. I didn't go in depth pointing out similarities since that's up to you guys to see for yourselves. Either way, I didn't really feel it was necessary since they all almost look identical. The thing is though, those are among the most easiest to spot. Like there's a lot more that are way harder to spot. Like you gotta really do research on each person to see if they're playing one another. I'm telling y'all, there's some crazy matchups and this rabbit hole goes deep. Like they really got, supposedly Justin Bieber and The Weeknd are the same person. This one's like among the most hardest to see, but in my opinion, they got the same eyes. Because the eyes are the telltale sign of who's playing who. Like, you could never change the eyes. You could only change the color, maybe. But other than that, the eyes are always a telltale sign, and they're looking pretty similar to me. From there, it only gets freakier. We do have download trannies in the industry, and this right here is one of them. To the left, we have Lil Bow Wow, and to the right, we have Lil Mama. You can tell they're the same person through the eyes, the eyebrows, and the nose. What I find funny though, is that they have Bow Wow looking more feminine, and they have Lil Mama right here looking more masculine. That's why it gets confusing as to who plays who, because neither one looks their gender. Either way though, it is confirmed that they're the same person. Lil Mama, aka Bow Wow, just blatantly admitted it right there. And it can't even be part of a joke, because why would they just do that? Know what I mean? Like, so it's all pretty obvious from there, There's some shiesty shit going on in the industry. But nah, so thank you for watching. This is the end of the video. Just like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want, and I'm out.